Okay, let me get my bear. Okay, so Father's Day, the Father's Day. We take the abomination of 9/11 and what the devil has used it for. 9/11, if you know from Brian's teachings, of course, is the conception date of the Christ, first time round. That's the date. That's why those towers were brought down on that day. You see, everything that has been constructed in this world that we live in has been constructed with the purpose and a plan, knowing the knowledge that has been removed from the populations. So all of this information that is in the pyramid, all of these dates, all wars, all atrocities, 9/11, it was all planned deliberately. None of it was divinely inspired at all. It's that the knowledge has been known by these evil occultists at the very top who construe all of these events. Now 9/11 was chosen on that day in 2001 to bring down those two towers because it's the anniversary of the conception date. This is when Jesus, the Son, came to the earth. It was on his conception, 9/11 in the year 3 BC, into his mother Mary's womb. That's it. He's arrived. He's on the earth. It's not the 9 months later, the incubation period in the womb, the 280 days. No, he came that night of conception from the heavenly realm to occupy the womb, the incubator for his birth, where we would see him as the visible Son of God. Now, I want to show you this picture. Isn't this beautiful? This is our Lord. This is Brian, Leonard Golightly Marshall. This is Jesus Christ. This is what the Christ child looked like. They're probably 888 days old. We were just discussing how old he actually was here, and he wasn't. He thinks he's about 888 dollars. Now, this is what the Christ child looked like. You know, all those pictures are all around the world on cards and things and paintings and drawings. This is what he looked like. It's the same body. This is what Jesus looked like first time around, and this is him. This is the Christ. Okay, so 9/11 is a really important date for evil activity, but we're going to turn it around. We're going to make the day of remembrance of the living God Father's Day, because he's the Father this time. We're going to turn it into, look, a lot of people talk about shape-shifting, the demons and reptilians and all that bullshit, out there about shape-shifting. Well, we can shift, literally, the course of the planet. That's what we're talking about. We'll shift the quantum and we'll shift the course of the planet. We can do it on that one day. All minds that are participating around the planet, thinking and speaking nothing else but the name of Yahweh, the name that the Jews removed from the Bible for that very reason, because they understand how much power is in the name of Yahweh. It's the highest resonation in the universe. New Age people and the like who practice meditation, and they use Om, that sound, as the vibratory sound in the universe, because it how does it go, hon? You were speaking about
Om, main, Padme, Om.
Yes, right, got that. Okay, but Om. Yahweh is the name that is most powerful and has the highest resonation. So can you imagine? I mean, even if it's only 144,000 people in the 6 billion, the ones that are awake up to him being here, that are speaking your name all that day, if they say nothing else but Yahweh, 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 wouldn't that slay the enemy? Would that not slay the enemy in the spiritual realm where these battles are fought? Would they not fall down dead? Literally, they have to move out. They have to go. They can't stand the sound of the name in the first place, because it's that resonation. You see, the enemy resonates at a much lower vibratory level. That's why they're called low life. Evil is low life, because they resonate down here. Somebody who's filled with love, because love is the highest resonation, they're up. And when they walk into a room, the atmosphere of the room changes, and it begins to come up and resonate highly. And people start to fly around with their thoughts and creativity and their responses toward each other. But low life brings somebody down, drains another person of energy. Evil will always drain another person who might be resonating if they let it. So that's why it's really important to stay away and literally separate yourself from somebody who has that effect on you, because it's manifesting itself in the spiritual realm, which of course affects our physical body. So 9/11 in the year 2010 is really significant. Brian's birthday was yesterday on 11th of January. It would have been the 1st of January had Pope Gregory not changed the calendar and added another 10 days to it. It would have, and it was designed to be 1-1-1-1, lining up with Isaiah 11:1. I was just going to read to you this is why I had the photograph out here, because this is the child, the son that was given to us, with the government of God upon his shoulders. So, and the conception date this time round was the 6th of April, the 96th day of the year, which lines up, of course, with Isaiah 9, verse 6, which talks about the child that's given to us. I'll just read it to you. For unto us a child is born. This is the child. This was the child that came, that Isaiah saw as he was prophesying. Unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. And of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end, upon the throne of David and over his kingdom, to order it and establish it with judgment and justice, from that time forward, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. Well, it's been Brian's zeal as the Lord of hosts in this incarnation for these 66 years now that will bring it about. He hasn't given up. He's been crucified continuously, but he hasn't given up. It's his zeal. He couldn't give up. We'd be dead meat if he had given up. Totally. If he hadn't gone to the cross, we wouldn't be here now. If I hadn't conceived at the cross as Martha, none of us would be here now. It would have been all over then. And he could have quite easily pulled the plug then, because things were so evil, except that I had conceived. So that paved the way, if you like, for him and I to be reborn in this time now, in that day, in that day. It was always prophetic when he spoke, in that day. It was foretelling of this day now, the end of the age, when all the prophecies would be fulfilled. Now, getting back to 9/11 in the year 2010, Brian, of course, will be 66.666666 years old on that date. Now, that's a really, really significant number, because we know that 0.666666 is the gravitational center point when you're calculating the area of the pyramid, for example, or a triangle, or any spherical, in any shape, triangular shape or cube, whatever, not a cube, but you know what I mean. It's the gravitational center point, and it just happens that he'll be 66.666666 years old on 9/11 in the year 2010. The book of Isaiah. What, sorry, darling, you're mouthing to me. What are you saying?
Verse total.
Yes, the verse total. 6,666 verses in the entire Bible.
In the Quran?
And the same for the Quran. And the sun diameter, right?
No, the Milky Way galaxy is where we are in position in the Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah. Oh, no, what was the